What is up, everybody? I am here to go over the Extreme 30-Day Shred program with you, and this is the first time that we have put together this level of an advanced program with this much details and specifics. So we're going to run through this here, but the best thing you should do is just download the program, print it out if you can, or download it to your cell phone, and just get familiar with the couple different types of strategies and daily meal plans that we have set up here. Now, the couple different things is like when you start from the very beginning, the first letter on the first page is going to say, this is not for beginners and this is not for quitters. So the biggest thing I'll tell you is like, if you are not completely comfortable with, food choices of knowing what a protein is and knowing what a carbohydrate is and knowing what a fat is, you probably want to back off and start with our 14-day flat belly jumpstart or with our easy peasy lean and squeezy meal plan. So those are going to be kind of introductory that'll lead you to what this program is here, and this builds on that foundation. Now, the next thing I'll say is when you finish this program, you should not continue doing this for beyond 30 days. This is very extreme, and what you want to make sure is that you are preserving as much muscle as you can during this 30 days while burning as much fat as you can as well. The only way to do that is to cycle on and off of going with like extreme hard training and hard dieting like you're going to see here, and then backing off either going with the 14-day flat belly plan or something that's a modified version of this plan here. So once we get going into it, the key thing on the first page is you're going to want to know like what your portion sizes are. So there's two different ways that you can do it. One is you can just take whatever your goal weight is. So say I want to be 150 pounds. Your max protein that you're going to do then is going to be 150 grams of protein basically, or you can go up to 1.5 grams of protein per pound of lean muscle. So that would put you around tops like between 150 to 225 grams. That's a lot of protein. That's a lot of meat. It's a lot of protein powder. It's a lot of everything. So that gives you the idea of the high end of it. Now on the low end of the spectrum, what you want to do is take your Renpho app, take that, look at your actual chart that it comes and gives you after you step on, and go to the fat-free weight or fat-free body weight. That's going to give you basically what we're trying to protect on your body. Your skin, your muscles, your bones, your organs, your tendons, your ligaments, basically everything living needs to be fueled by protein. So that's going to be your bare minimum. Now, if you're trying to be below like 150 pounds or you're trying to lose, a more rapid amount of weight, I would stick to the under 150 pound serving size. What that is going to look like is basically going to be a quarter cup per carb serving. So if you're doing like rice, it's a quarter cup. If you're doing potatoes, 1/4 of 8 ounces, so a cup is going to be 2 ounces, okay? So kind of get familiar with those measurements as well. So a quarter cup is 2 ounces, a half cup is 4 ounces, 3/4 of a cup is 6 ounces. So depending if you're doing dry weight or if you're doing something where it's more measured in that sense, that's how you're gonna weigh out your carbohydrates. Now your fats, besides maybe a tablespoon or 2 of olive oil on a salad or something for the day, you really should try and go without any extra additional fats added, but you can choose any types of meats that you would like. So if you want to have a fattier cut of beef or steak, or if you want to include bacon and eggs for a breakfast, like that's going to be okay. Our calories are cut back enough, our carbs are low enough that your body should be able to burn through that and cycle through that. But with that said, if you're not losing as quick as you'd like, switch to your leaner cuts of meat like chicken and fish and those things, and you should see the scale drop a little quicker because it's going to be a huge calorie deficit from there. Now, you basically have like 2 to 4 types of days that you're going to come across. And so what I want to say with that sounds very vague, right? The 2 to 4 days that you're going to have is you're going to have some days that are going to be 2 carbohydrate servings with 2 meat protein servings, and then you're going to have your 2 shakes. Other days, you're going to have 1 carb serving with your meat. You're going to have 1 meat and vegetable only serving, and then you're going to have 2 shakes. So that's kind of the 2 main ways as far as like Monday through Fridays that you're going to see. The key thing with that you're going to notice is there's not a single day that is 0 carb. Like, I just don't believe in that. Carbs make people happy, and they also give you energy. 2 things you're going to need during this course of this program. So those are going to basically be your Monday through Friday type days. Now, when it comes to your Saturdays and Sundays, you have an option. You can either put a serving of carbohydrates in 3 different meals throughout the day and then 1 carb-free meal. Or what you can do is you can save up all your carbohydrate meals and just basically eat carb-free for every meal, and then you'll put 3 servings all in 1 big meal all together. If you want to have a night out or a dinner out with the family or something like that, that makes it more sociable for you to still be able to stay on track with your program, but keep on track with the actual diet, meal plan, and your results. So once we get beyond that, the next part is going to be your workout section. And with the workouts, the biggest thing again that I want to influence is that you want to try and put on as much lean muscle as you can during this program. Every pound of lean muscle in your body is going to burn an extra 96 calories every single day that you're alive, as long as you can maintain it. So it's key and essential to make sure you're getting your amino acids in, you're getting your protein powders in, but more importantly, you're stimulating that muscle so that it has a use for all that protein. So after your boot camp workouts, no matter if you do 3 a week, 5 a week, 6 a week, whatever you do, you want to try and get a little bit of extra weightlifting on those days, because if you're not like actually fueling those muscles and doing something that's going to break down and then require your body to need more nutrition, you're just not getting both sides of the spectrum. We just don't want to starve the body. We want to take away a little bit of extra food, but then we want to give the body so much extra demand that it needs more of that food to burn off. So you're creating deficits from a lot of different ways. So when you're looking at your workouts, make sure you're getting a couple lifting workouts in a week. When you get to the next section, that's going to be your daily caloric or step goals. You can choose to kind of abide by either one of those or by both. The biggest thing, if you're not a math person and you can't figure out 20%, 10%, 30%, all you gotta do is every single week just evaluate when you get to the end of the week. So on Sunday nights, if you see that you average, say, 10,000 steps and we need to go up 30%, that's 3,000 added to 10,000. You're going to be doing 13,000 next week. If you can't figure out that math, message me. We'll make sure we figure it out. I'll probably mock you a little bit, but again, it's percentages that we never thought we'd need from 4th and 5th grade math. You need them today in this program. So if you have any issues with that, again, just do more than you did last week and make sure you're progressively increasing from there. But if you need help with math, I will help you. The next part is going to be sleep. Make sure you're getting as much opportunity to get to sleep earlier. Pack your meals in advance, pack your gym clothes in advance. Anything that you can do to shave off time at night, do that. When you're finishing up your dinner, pack your meals for the next day. Make the coffee pot, set up for the next day. Like all those different things, try to bulk process as much as you can, so that way you're doing like all your meals at once, all your clothes at once, all the different prep that you need. And that way it'll make some time, I guess, to get to sleep earlier, but then just less stress when you wake up first thing in the morning too. Next part is going to be your supplements, Amino 9, Train BCAAs, whatever you want to use out of those couple different options. Just make sure you're doing one, because A, it's going to have the actual electrolytes to help with your hydration, but then you're going to get the branched chain amino acids and essential amino acids if you're doing Amino 9. And that's just going to help your in-workout endurance, post-workout recovery, and basically all those different components that you need when you're breaking down tissue and trying to build up at the same time. That will be extremely beneficial. The next, obviously, is protein powder. It's going to be really tough. Now, if you want to get all your protein each day just from actual meat, you can try, but that's going to be a lot of meat. Just for an example, there's about 7 grams or so of protein in every ounce. If you need to hit 150 grams of protein, that's like 21, 22 ounces of meat a day. That's a lot. That's like, 4 or 5 ounce servings or 4 or 5.5 ounce servings. That's going to be a ton for most people. So protein powder helps save that end of the spectrum there for you. It's just an easy thing that you can drink, mix up as desserts and make little treats out of it, especially when you're going to be avoiding some other like normal treats during the next month. The last part there that you're going to see is you're going to get to water. Drink as much as you can. Stay hydrated. Once you get kind of into the nitty gritty of things, the more you're going to realize that you fuel yourself up with water, the better you're going to feel. The more fat you're going to burn. Your digestion is going to be a lot better, and just kind of everything associated that water helps with. Like our bodies are 3/4 basically water. Put more water in, you're going to get better performance out. The very last thing I skipped over was just basically either a multivitamin or a fruits and greens powder. You are going to be sweating off nutrients. You're going to be eating less food that has nutrients. You're going to basically be creating like a depletion state for this next 30 days. So just make sure you're taking a good quality multivitamin. Rule 1 makes 2 different like sports performance types. You can go with those. Fruits and greens powders are going to have all of those types of vitamins, all just from a natural source of like an actual scooped powder that you do into a liquid. Just make sure you're taking something that's going to replenish all those nutrients. Outside of that, guys, study. Focus on this, figure out your game plan, figure out where your meals are going to be for the next couple days in advance. And as long as you stay a couple days in advance, you can never really mess up. If you fall off track, you just jump right back and you follow the next day. But that's kind of it. I've laid out 30 days for you. If you follow this program, I know you're going to have more energy. You'll definitely be freaking leaner. And you should have some great muscle definition as long as you're fueling the body and getting those extra lifts in. Kind of think that's what we all want. We want to get leaner and tighter. We want to get more tone. We want to have more energy. And we want to have a better metabolism. Waiting for you right here in this plan. So follow the steps. If you have any questions, make sure you reach out to us or post it on the Facebook support page, and we're all there to help you out. Let's have a killer next 30 days together, and let's see leaner and meaner in 30 days.